Human beings are seekers. We love wealth, security, power, happiness. Which happiness we don't know, permanent or temporary, and recognition. According to Aristotle, all people by nature desire to know. To wish to know and understand things can foster great ambition. That's why we are here today. To you, holistic science may be a new word, and so we're here to understand the best of the world and propagate happiness and peace, which we started our prayer, so that we get ultimate goal of getting permanent happiness. HSRCF is a non-dimensional, non-profit organization focusing on achieving a balance in the aspect of life, physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual. We welcome all members of faith and encourage them to continue their faith while incorporating the universal principles of holistic living science, some of which we'll discuss today. What does holistic science mean, or holistic living mean? One common thing we can say is it's wholesome. But then the question, what is wholesome? Holistic living, that which we're going to talk about today, is a science of the inner self and the outer happenings in our daily life. This science can be applied during our life every moment of the time. And that's what we're going to learn today. And these are the science of the Vitragas or enlightened ones, which if we understood, we can have a rich inner living and have march towards permanent inner happiness. Each one of us have carved out time today in your busy life to gain something which will help in our life. We have prepared an enjoyable day to help you meet your expectations, and by that I mean, if you have some questions, you came with some expectation, please feel free to ask questions, because this is going to be a 1 or 2 question answer session. And why did we choose holistic living to get the best out of the life and the world as our theme today? So that we can reflect ourselves internally. One may ask, I'm successful. I'm talking about myself now. I've done so much in this life. As you know, you can see I'm a little bit older. And I've been religious, I've been successful, I've achieved many, many things. I have 2 grown-up boys, they are married. I give to charity, I go to temples, etc., etc. So, I pat myself very much, and you've done a great job. But then the question, then I say, oh, wait a minute. What is your scorecard in your inner world? What have you really gained by this external success? Okay? So let's think for a moment. During my lifetime, how many times I've been happy? How many times I've been unhappy? How many times I've been tense? How many times I've been stressful? How many times I've argued with people? How many times I've been good mood, bad mood, relations with, especially the spouses, children, friends, and family? How many times I have felt that, whatever in my inner self? Okay? So, is this called achievement? Can I pat my back on this? What do you think? Yes, no? Hello? Thank you. Well, hopefully not sure. We'll figure that out just in a minute, okay? So, to minimize all this stuff, happiness and peace, we need to understand the science of the tragas and the self-realizing. And that's what we are here for. I'll give you an example. Somebody gets angry at me. What is my first reaction? I am going to take counterattack. He or she's not right. Why she is angry with me, right? That's my first normal reaction. Yes? Thank you. But then you stop, think internally. Once we go internally, you stop and say, wait, is this my echo? They say, what you sow, you reap. What goes around comes around. Is the messenger? And what they say, don't shoot the messenger. So why are you loaded up with your gun to try to counterattack whatever the person is saying, whether he or she is right? So then internally, if you say, wait a minute, my belief that loaded gun should not be loaded gun. Okay? I need to adjust myself. And there's a good saying by the holistic scientist, adjust everywhere. And once I start saying, oh, wait a minute, I need to adjust myself, what happened? All my loaded gun goes away. Okay, I feel calm. Okay, once I feel calm, then I will have a nice interaction with the other person, and I have the ability then to calm himself or herself and have an amicable resolution. So that is what we'll be talking today. We have Swami Shailesh and Swami Deepakananji. They'll answer all your questions. This kind of questions, you know. So that is what holistic science has taught me. Now we want to gauge ourselves as a questionnaire. So I will take a few moments so you can calibrate yourself today, now, and then we'll see after lunch or whatever is the calibration going down or up. And especially the person who says, oh, I'm not sure where I am. The person who's standing on the boundary line. So we need to see which way he falls. Okay? The first say, are you aware of the inner self and its function? Do you clearly know the purpose of your life? And then the scorecard is my happiness and fulfillment score out of 100. What do you score yourself? My score of happy, harmonious, winning life. What do you score yourself? My score as a husband or as a wife. My score as a parent or a child. My score as a human being. You know, earlier I talked about my reaction type of thing. Clashes. I have inner clashes, I have outer clashes. Do I know that? Adjust everywhere. We talked about it. How often do I adjust? Occasionally or never? My belief, like my belief was loaded gun, but I changed my belief at the right time and my blood pressure did not go up. How many times to do that? At work, family, myself. Are you aware of the beliefs being harbored and effects thereof? Would you like to change certain type of belief? And hopefully this session will help the thinking. Are you always conscious about your opinion? Is your behavior affected by other opinions? Does the vision remain positive under challenging adverse conditions? That question I would challenge one of the Swamis here, how to be positive in a negative situation. Did you ever thought, what am I in real? What is under my, am I independent or I can do everything? Did you contemplate who I am? Now, in your kit, there are two CDs. One is a lecture or presentation by Dr. Mehta on one of the first conferences we had on holistic science and integral living. The second is a CD. In the CD, there are 6 books. And one of the book is empty. Who am I? Other is adjust everywhere and avoid attraction. All books are in English, plus there are more books on that one. So you feel free to go through that. So that is, we have now gauged ourselves. So we will now go into more. Also, one thing I want to point out in your kit, there is a small pamphlet, fold-out pamphlet. That's projections, and we'll talk about that, and divine conduct. Divine conduct. You know, that will also be gauge how we behave against the divine context. There are 9 of them, and during the day, and also these divine contexts are the essence of all the scriptures of the world. So that is a real nice tool we have. So now with that, we'll go into introduction of holistic science. And with that, for that one, will be Dr. Shailesh Mehta. And he is an experienced in holistic science. As a doctor, he's an ophthalmologist, and he has a practice in Baroda, India. As a doctor, he always thought, I can help to a certain extent, but he wanted to have an overall perspective of life, or how best further, being a doctor, he can also help out. He was very curious to learn about his truth of life and living. It just happened that he came in contact with a simple howler like you and me, who was a contractor, Mr. A.M. Patel, and Sri Holiness A.M. Patel was enlightened in 1958, and he was self-realized and experienced holistic science. So Dr. Mehta was blessed with self-realization in 1977. He devotes his time to study, research, and answer to questions based on holistic science. And his main aim is to have peace, inner happiness, and harmony in all of us. He travels all over India and overseas. He has authored many books, out of which Holistic Science and Integral Living and Science of Liberation, and are one of the books which can be readily looked at. One of them is already in the CD also. He's an excellent orator, and he's an in-depth knowledge of holistic science. And he has spoken at many national and international conferences. He answers questions to any kind of question we have of our daily life. But his main aim is to see how we can get happy, harmonious inner living. Okay. And he can also answer questions on any scriptures, Hinduism, Jainism. Okay, with that, we welcome Suresh.